has no idea.
Used to be a parody of it.
We're painting the roses red.
Oh, pardon me, but Mr. Three, why must you paint them red?
Huh?
Oh! Well, the fact is, miss, we planted the white roses by mistake.
The queen, she likes it red. If she's so white instead,
She'd raise a fuss and each of us would quickly lose his head.
since this is a fun with red, we're painting the roses red.
Dear, then let me help you. Painting the roses red.
We're painting the roses red. Go tell the queen what you have seen, or say that's what we said. But we're painting the roses red.
Yes, painting the roses red.
Not pink, not green.
But not Wolverine.
We're painting the roses red.
What the hell is going on?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Mr. Zuckerberg is now recognized for 5 minutes.
What's up? How's it going? We are live from my backyard where I am smoking a brisket and some ribs. So, you know, the thing about smoking meat is that it takes a long time and you just end up sitting around for a while. So I figured that it would be pretty fun to smoke a bunch of stuff like a brisket.
You wanna know what they're looking at?
You open up the lid and you put some charcoal.
I mean, is
at the
this
bottom,
guy something or is he
and
something?
then you put some wood chips on top.
This
You want to give it a
fruit
smoky flavor.
is good.
And you just kind of go from there.
You know
What are
what
you
they're
guys making for dinner?
What?
Brisket and ribs, I hope. Delicious. Sweet
Us.
baby raised barbecue sauce. That is going on the ribs.
The LAPD.
You know, the thing that really makes it
Police
good,
department.
you know, I think half of the joy.
We just got made.
Things taste better when you make them yourself, and they taste doubly better when you hunted the animal yourself. So that I think, you know, whether you're fishing for the salmon or you know, or going hunting for a boar. I mean, that's you know, that's a big part of it is you feel more connected to what you're doing and what you're eating, and then you cook it yourself, and it's this this whole experience. Here, buddy, get up here. I'm gonna say hi. Whoop, there he goes. Whoop. Oh, he's crazy.
Okay, motherfucker!
Yep, crazy beast.
That's okay with me.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do, to reflect who we are and what we hope to build. I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same, it's still about bringing people together. Our apps and their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around you. Now we have a new North Star to help bring the metaverse to life.
Into this. No. It's impossible. I didn't say it would be easy. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop. Let me out.
You're no Vader. You're just a child
What will happen to me now?
in a mask.
Can't wait to see my dad. We're gonna go ice skating and sugar pops.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. You know, buddy, your father, well, he's on the naughty list.
In order to change a human being into this.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Chapter 7. The Prophecies of Nostradamus. The course of our religious history, as well as an essential part of our psychic development, could have been predicted more or less accurately, both as regards time and content, from the precessions of the equinoxes through the constellation of Pisces. The prediction, as we saw, was actually made and coincides with the fact that the Church suffered a schism in the 16th century. After that, an enantiodromian process set in which, in contrast to the Gothic, striving upwards to the heights could be described as a horizontal movement outwards, namely the voyages of discovery and the conquest of nature. The vertical was cut across by the horizontal, and man's spiritual and moral development moved in a direction that grew more and more obviously anti-Christian, so that today, we are confronted with the crisis of Western civilization, whose outcome appears to be exceedingly dubious.
Catatonics are so easy to possess. I've been waiting for you, Lieutenant. I wanted you to see
Page 98. We are probably right in assuming that these calculations were known to Nostradamus, who proposed 1792 as an improvement in 1789. Both dates are suggestive, and a knowledge of subsequent events confirms that the things that happened around that time were significant forerunners of developments in our own day. The enthronement of the Dessein Raison was in fact an anticipation of the anti-Christian trend that was pursued from then onwards. The renovation of the age might mean a new eon, and it coincides in a remarkable way with the new system of dating. The revolutionary calendar, which began on September 22, 1792, and had a distinctly anti-Christian character. What had been brewing up long beforehand then became a manifest event. In the French Revolution, men witnessed the anatiodromia that had set in with the Renaissance and ran parallel with the astrological fish symbol.
You again. You've interrupted me. Have you come to save God's servant? Well, I must save mine, my son, La Gemini. He has work to do, much more. But come in, Father Morning. Enter, Night.
I was about 6 years old when I went on my first official trip. I was going with my father and my grandpa Sinclair up to the North Pole. It was a very glamorous destination. But the best thing about it was that I was going to be spending lots of time with my dad. Because in Ottawa, he just worked so hard. One day, we were in Alert, Canada's northernmost point. A scientific, military installation that seemed to consist entirely of low, shed-like buildings and warehouses. Let's be honest, I was 6. There were no brothers around to play with. And I was getting a little bored because Dad still, somehow, had a lot of work to do. I remember a frozen, windswept Arctic afternoon when I was bundled up into a Jeep and hustled out on a special, top-secret mission. I figured I was finally going to be let into the reason for the existence of this high-security Arctic base. That was exactly right. We drove slowly through and past the buildings, all of them very gray, windy. And we rounded a corner and came upon a red one. We stopped. I got out of the Jeep and started to crunch across towards the front door. I was told no. To the window. So I clambered over the snowbank, just boosted up to the window, rubbed my sleeve against the frosty glass to see inside, and as my eyes adjusted to the gloom, I saw a figure hunched over one of many work tables that seemed very cluttered. He was wearing a red suit with that furry white trim. And that's when I understood just how powerful and wonderful my father was.
Chose to be a parody of it.
We're painting the roaches.
Oh, pardon me, but Mr. 3, why must you paint them red?
Huh? Oh!
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
Yeah,
have no idea. Don't lie to me.
To me, it was, first of all, exciting, and because I'd never done it before, I told everybody I'm an old dog and this is a new trick.
Whatever is profound loves mask. What is most profound even hates image and parable. Might not nothing less than the opposite be the proper disguise for the shame of a god? A questionable question. It would be odd if some mystic had not risked something to that effect in his mind. There are occurrences of such a delicate nature that one does well to cover them up with some rudeness to conceal them. There are actions of love and extravagant generosity after which nothing is more advisable than to take a stick and give any eyewitness a sound thrashing. That would muddle his memory. Some know how to muddle and abuse their own memory in order to have their revenge at least against this only witness. Shame is inventive.
Just psychoanalysis in reverse gear. That the moments of lucidity and clarity we thought we had about ourselves are now to be filled in with stories that we pick up largely from the mass culture. Therapy now belongs, for me at least, to that terrain.
My neighbours used to write down chess moves and concepts of the con on the back pages of books based on subjects like the mathematics of quantum mechanics.
Wake up, Mr. Green.
We were all going to go together. They swore to me. You're coming with us, Jake.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now, normally I don't discuss politics, but I want to run this by you really, really quick. Now, we're called the United States of America, but united means together, but we're not together. And what I mean by that is if you go to each state has its own law. If you buy gas in one state, it's $4. If you buy gas in the 2 states away, it's $2.50. Taxes are higher in one state, taxes are lower in the next. That's not united. You know, so we're called the United States, but yet we're not united. Each state has its own law, and it's the state law. So it should be just America. And before it was the United States, it was the United Colonies, because you had different colonies. You had the French colony, the British colonies, and that was now the thing of the Civil War was supposedly, actually it's a secondary reason, which was over slavery. But the primary reason was to see who was going to have financial control over the different territories, the different colonies of America at the time. So long story short, then we became the United States. Now, we're not united at all. At all. We should not be called the United States. If we're one country, the whole country should have the same laws. There shouldn't be different laws in each state. What's a felony in one state is a petty fine 2 states over. So therefore it's a lie. We're not the United States. And I got a lot of friends that argue over Democrat and Republican. And what you guys fail to realize is both of those parties are funded by the same people. Now, if you take a prosecutor and attorney in a courtroom, they sit and fight each other all day in court. But you know what happens when court's over? They go have dinner together. They go have a drink together. And they ask, how's the wife and kids? Tell them I said hi.
And they both just got paid at your expense. One you paid personally, and the other you paid with your hard-earned taxes. So basically, you just paid one guy to put you in jail, and then you paid his buddy to keep you out of jail.
These people are all friends, just like your presidents. If we all work for a company, and they give us 4 guys to choose from, to vote for, to be the president of that company, it doesn't matter which one we vote for. In the end, they all 4 still work for the same company. You know, it's just like when Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were running for president. The whole time they're hating each other and bashing each other. But in true reality, in real life, they're friends, real good friends. They went to each other's wedding. I mean, come on. You don't go to somebody's wedding unless you're friends with them. It's all a game. It's all a stage. It's all a game. Just like a basketball game. You have to have two teams to have a game. What you have to remember is they all work for the banking system. Call it whatever you want, Illuminati, Freemasons, whatnot. It's mainly the banking system. They have several names. But think about this. Do you even know where the word bank comes from? It comes from the word riverbank. What's a riverbank do? It controls the current of the water, right? What's a bank do? It controls the currency of the people. Riverbank controls the current, no matter how strong it is. The banks control the currency, and they control how much is put out there. And it doesn't matter which country has the most money, the banks control that money. You don't have anything. It's just paper, and they control you with it. Think about that. It's a stage. It's a game. All meant to entertain your brain. When in hell are you people ever going to wake up and realize that? It's just a game, just a show to keep your brain entertained. Anyways, I've got to go. God bless. Thanks for watching.
Compare it directly with observation to see if it works.
All I'm offering is the truth.
If it disagrees with experiment, it's wrong.
But it is a sickly thing to them.
Otacon, we have a problem.